The following program may contain coarse language, violence, nudity, mature subject matter, or scenes which may not be suitable for all viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
This is the X-Zone Broadcast Network, broadcasting worldwide on broadcast affiliates and satellite program providers, including CNN Broadcast Network, Sirius Satellite Network, Star Media, Good News Radio Network, Angel Broadcast Network, Wiki Broadcast Network, and WPBN TV. For more information on the X-Zone Broadcast Network, visit us at www.xzbn.net.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X-Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
And welcome to the X-Zone, everyone. My name is Rob McConnell, and for the next 4 hours, I'm your host and your guide as together we cross the time-space continuum to this place that I call the X-Zone. It's a place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. It's a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. And the X-Zone comes to you Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. Eastern until 2 a.m. Eastern. And then on the weekends from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada on the X-Zone Broadcast Network and our fast and growing family of terrestrial radio stations, satellite program providers, and internet audio networks. Worldwide toll free 800-610-7035. My email address is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. On all social media sites, one simple address, X-Zone Radio TV, and our website, www.xzoneradiotv.com. My guest this hour is my good friend Corey Kay, who is the guy behind the X-Zone Tech Zone at www.xzonetechzone.com. And Corey, the world is going to hell in a handbasket. We've got what's going on in the Gaza Strip. We have what's going on in the Ukraine. Now we're finding out that not only did MH17 get shot down by a Buk Russian missile, but now we're finding that the Russians are giving the rebels in Ukraine, or as the world is calling them, the terrorists, multiple missile launchers, and even the Russians now are bombarding Ukraine from Russian artillery sites in Russia.
It's just terrible.
Yeah.
I can't believe everything that's going on right now.
Like you and I have worked through some crazy times. We worked through a number of hurricanes together. We've worked through some earth-shaking events over the years that we both worked at Talkstar. But I'll tell you something, Corey. I can't remember a time like now with so much happening. And look there were 3 aircraft crashes within a week. Something is going on. Now, I find it rather peculiar that the MH17 that was shot down by a Buk missile in Ukraine, or in the Ukraine as it's called now, was from Malaysian Airlines. And then, of course, MH370 is still missing from Malaysian Airlines. Is it coincidence? What do you think?
Well, I think that this is a big time for major economic dislocations, and our perspective in the U.S. and in Canada, it's so different from the rest of the world. I just learned this week, as a matter of fact, that European unemployment has been going up the last few years, where it's been going down in other places. And places in Western Europe are suffering from high unemployment. And some countries in Eastern Europe are, on the paper, they're doing well, but there are major upheavals going on. Egypt, Syria, I think in Algeria, maybe an Algerian plane was hijacked today. And I think it's a chaotic time. I can tell you that much.
In your opinion, Corey, how does this affect the computer market?
Well, oddly enough, it seems like people are buying more computers recently, and part of the reason is some people want to get away from everything that's going on, and computerized devices can offer an escape from that. But in other countries and areas, people are gravitating towards computers because it's allowing them to communicate more. You're seeing that a lot in the Middle East, in Syria, right. Egypt, all of that. They're using cell phones, smartphones, computers like never before to orchestrate some of this political activity.
According to Apple this week, the sales of the Apple iPad are way down.
Yeah, iPad sales are down. Apple needs to do something big to kind of turn that around. Amazon is doing good in some ways. At least they're putting out a lot of products, but it was announced today that they lost over 100 million. So, there's a lot of chaos going on. Companies that you think are solid are plummeting. Microsoft's hurting, Apple's hurting, Amazon's mixed. Google's doing pretty good, but there's no way to summarize everything that's going on in the world. There's not even a trend.
Yeah, we just found out that as of October the 15th, Amazon will no longer be carrying and selling MP3s.
Oh, no.
That's right.
That's not good. I have a good library built up with them.
So there you go. Corey, stand by, old friend. You and I have to take our first commercial break. We'll be back in 2 minutes from now. Exonation, Corey K is our special guest, www.xzonetechzone.com. And we'll be back on the other side of this 2-minute break as we continue from our broadcast center in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, with yours truly, Rob McConnell, on the X Zone Broadcast Network. Don't go away. Modern Esoteric, Beyond Our Senses by Brad Olson, consummates the lifology story about where humanity originates. It is the lost continents, the primitive wisdom, the mythos of creation, and the rethinking of ancient history as we are taught in academia. There is much more to the story than what we have been told. As this is the first book in the Esoteric series, Modern Esoteric starts at the beginning of time and accelerates up to this modern age. Future Esoteric is book 2 in the series and takes a forward-looking position ahead of today with an open and honest examination of the ET issue and various unexplained phenomena. To discover the writings of author Brad Olson, visit www.bradolson.com. That's www.bradolson.com. Named one of the world's greatest psychics, Elizabeth Joyce is now giving readings worldwide via Skype. Elizabeth Joyce is recognized for her clairvoyant ability to help find missing persons, her analysis of dreams, past life regression work, mediumship, and her accurate predictions. Elizabeth has been a frequent guest on the X Zone radio show with yours truly, Rob McConnell, now for several years. For an appointment with Elizabeth Joyce, call 201-934-8986 or Skype at elizabeth.joyce. And for more information, you can always visit Elizabeth Joyce online at www.new-visions.com.
Do you have a dis-ease that you would like to alleviate through a natural means? Have you been contacted by angels, ghosts, or even extraterrestrials and want to validate these experiences? Or would you simply like to speak with someone who can help you find your life's purpose? I'm Dr. Joseph Mara, and I'm offering my services free of charge for first-time clients contacting me during the month of April. These free consultations include angel card readings, guided meditations, life coaching, and energy healing. If you have always wanted to explore these types of experiences but were skeptical or simply could not afford them, then take advantage of this free special offer. Contact me through my website, aguidinglight, spelled lite.com, to schedule your consultation today. Until then, I offer you love, light, and laughter.
Corey K is my special guest this hour, www.xzonetechzone.com. Hey, Corey, before we went to the break, I was telling you about Amazon dropping its MP3 sales. And this is the email that we got. We're sorry to announce that CreateSpace, which is a division of Amazon.com and an Amazon company, will no longer distribute MP3s as of October 15th. We are constantly evaluating our service catalog and have decided to discontinue support for MP3s as we work to provide our customers with the most cost-effective and valuable services. Distribution will continue until October 15th, when all MP3 titles will be removed from the Amazon Digital Music Store and CreateSpace. Wow.
That's a big one. It's when you go and you purchase these products online digitally, you think you own them forever, as if you had purchased a CD.
Oh, yeah.
And they're certainly, more portable than a CD or a tape. But as we're starting to realize, maybe you don't really own these songs that you purchase. Maybe you're just renting them for a time, and poof, one day you get an announcement like this and they're gone.
Geez, I'm just wondering if that means anyone who's bought an MP3 from Amazon or through CreateSpace as of October the 15th, bang, they won't be able to access it anymore.
If I know Amazon, and I may not, they will probably still allow access, but I can give you an example of a big company that didn't allow access. AOL Music, once upon a time, was pretty big, and they had an MP3 service, but they used something called DRM, or Digital Rights Management. And what not everybody knows is, with digital rights management, the songs that you purchase have a limited lifespan.
Yeah.
So when AOL Music decided to discontinue itself and pull the plug, users lost access to all of those songs that they had paid for.
Unreal. That's not very fair to the consumer.
It's not.
No. Hey, Corey, what are we talking about tonight? I understand there's two topics. The first topic is how to speed up your slow computer. And the second topic that has really got my interest is about hacking your car.
That's right. And as far as car hacking goes, I can get into that a little bit. Some of the major manufacturers, car manufacturers like Tesla, are actually paying people right now to hack into electronic cars. And there were two researchers that actually spent a lot of time hacking cars and doing scary things like slamming on each other's brakes remotely, using wireless signals, controlling the steering wheel remotely and taking it over, and really doing a lot of dangerous things. And they weren't content to just carry out these hacks. They realized that there was a big danger involved, and they wanted to do something about it. So they developed this device, and it can plug into many electronic and computerized cars, and not even the newest cars, really. I had a car that was a 2002 model that had this plug-in. You plug this board in, and you have to drive around for a week or so, and the device will start to learn your driving patterns, and they tell you to drive in stop-and-go traffic, drive on the interstates, drive in a wide variety of places so it can learn your pattern. And once you do that for a few days, if they detect an unusual pattern that's carried out remotely specifically, it will cut off the network and stop that attack as it's happening.
Unreal.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something else interesting. they were going to present their findings and this new device today or this week at a hackers convention in Las Vegas. And the convention organizers decided that the information was